welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's maybe forget what you think you know about pageants for a second.
Yeah.
Because today we're digging into something really interesting. It's about empowerment, heritage.
Yeah.
We're exploring the Mrs. Universe Asia USA system.
And there's definitely more to it than just, the surface glamour.
Absolutely.
To really get a handle on it, we looked at a really insightful interview with the national director, Shreyaa Sumi. That was from World Class Beauty Queens magazine.
Yep.
And we also checked out an episode she was on, the Behind the Crown podcast. So good sources giving a real inside perspective.
Right. And our goal here for everyone listening is to kind of get past the sparkle, understand what this pageant system is really about.
It's hard.
Yeah, where'd it come from? What are its aims? And who's the person, Shreyaa Sumi, really driving it? It feels like a story that's bigger than just, winning something.
For sure. And Shreyaa Sumi, she's a fascinating figure herself, international model, influencer. She actually held the title Mrs. Universe Asia USA 2022.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she's been there. And now she's the national director for Mrs. Universe Asia USA, which, importantly, is linked to the global Mrs. Universe LTD. So yeah, someone with firsthand experience now shaping it.
Okay, so this system, it's pretty new then, launched in 2023.
Relatively new, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's already getting noticed. And it is part of that bigger Mrs. Universe picture, the one based out in Bulgaria.
And the reach is interesting, Los Angeles, obviously, but also South Korea and the Philippines mentioned.
Right. That signals some pretty big ambitions right out of the gate, doesn't it?
It does. So let's talk about how it started, the genesis. It seems like Shreya's own journey was key.
Oh, completely. Her representing Mrs. Universe Asia USA 2022 globally in Bulgaria, that wasn't just like her competing. It clearly sparked something more.
Yeah, the sources suggest that experience, her being on that stage, directly led to the Mrs. Universe CEO actually offering her the national directorship role.
Makes you think, right? What kind of impact did she make there?
Must have been significant.
Exactly. And her inspiration, it wasn't just, let's have another pageant. It seems she really wanted to build something specific.
Like what?
A platform focused on inclusivity, celebrating the diversity within Asian American cultures, empowering women in ways that, go beyond just how they look.
And she said that quite clearly, didn't she? There was a quote.
Yeah, I wanted to provide a space where women from various backgrounds could come together, showcase their talents, and be recognized for their achievements beyond just physical beauty.
That really sets a different tone.
It does. And the whole founding story, it emphasizes this idea of embracing your imperfections, being your true self. That feels, kind of refreshing for this world.
Definitely.
She has this other quote, too. Empowerment is not a competition. It's a collaboration. Women who support women are the real game changers.
That speaks volumes about the kind of vibe she's aiming for. Collaboration over competition.
Totally. Building a community.
So thinking about that vision, what were the the main goals she laid out? What did she want this pageant to do?
Well, it aims to celebrate, yes, the beauty, talent, intelligence, the more traditional aspects, you could say.
Sure.
But there's a huge emphasis on building confidence, self-expression. Key goals seem to be providing a stage for unique talents, things beyond the usual pageant skills.
Okay, like what kind of talents?
Well, the sources don't detail every talent, but the implication is broader than just, say, singing or dancing. Maybe professional skills, artistic abilities, things that showcase the whole person.
Got it. And social causes, too.
Yes, very much so. Raising awareness specifically for domestic violence against women and girls, that's a major pillar. And fundamentally, it's about personal development for the women taking part.
It really sounds like Shreya's own background feeds directly into this approach. She brings more than just pageant experience, right?
Oh, absolutely. She's got this recognition as a media and fashion luminary, even an honorary PhD in that space.
Wow.
Plus, Asia's Women of Influence Lifetime Achievement Award in 2023. She's a cultural ambassador, seen on red carpets. It's quite a mix.
So she understands the media landscape, the influence.
Exactly. And she has an MBA in international business, so there's strategic thinking there, too. And she's also a certified happy coach.
A happy coach. That's interesting.
Isn't it? Suggests a real focus on well-being, positive psychology, perhaps. It paints a picture of a very multifaceted leader.
Yeah, definitely not just a one-dimensional background. Filmmaking and audio engineering, too.
Right. So she gets the creative and technical side of storytelling as well. It's quite the combination shaping this whole thing.
I mean, who inspires someone like that? Did she mention any role models?
She did. She mentioned Miss Universe Sushmita Sen, admires her, and seems really driven by the idea of being a positive role model herself, especially she mentioned for her daughter.
That makes sense. Using the platform for good.
Yeah, that seems core to her motivation.
So pulling all this together, her background, her goals, what does women's empowerment actually mean to Shreya in this context?
From what we gather, it's about creating a world, or at least contributing to one, where every woman feels, valued, respected, capable of achieving whatever her dreams are.
So breaking down barriers.
Exactly. Challenging stereotypes, but also practically providing equal opportunities, pushing for education, creating environments where women can really thrive, step up.
Okay, let's shift to the practical side. The pageant experience itself. Where does Mrs. Universe Asia USA happen?
Geographically, the main event, the Mrs. Universe Asia USA pageant, is primarily in Los Angeles. The sources call it the City of Angels, heart of Hollywood.
Right. LA makes sense.
And then the winner goes on to the global Mrs. Universe pageant, which takes place in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Ah, okay. So local focus leading to that international stage. And I imagine the scale is quite different.
Very different. Mrs. Universe Asia USA is described as a pretty concentrated one-day format.
Just one day. Wow.
Yeah, intense, I guess. Whereas the global Mrs. Universe competition, that's a much bigger deal, 6 to 10 days long.
Right. That's a significant difference. More immersive.
Definitely. More time for activities, cultural exchange, really getting involved.
And at that global level, what are the judges really looking for? What are the key criteria?
Okay, 3 main areas seem crucial. First, the national costume. That's all about showcasing tradition, history, culture, usually very vibrant.
Yeah, those could be spectacular.
Totally. Second, evening wear. That's about elegance, poise, how you carry yourself.
Standard enough.
Right. But the third one is really significant. Their social advocacy platform, specifically focused on domestic violence.
Ah, so that cause comes right into the judging.
Yes. It involves a presentation about their platform and also showing the volunteer work they've done as title holders. It's not just talk, it's about action.
That really elevates the cause aspect, doesn't it?
It really does. And it connects back to that partnership Shirah's forged with Laura's House, the Domestic Violence Advocacy Center in California. They're doing volunteer work, fundraising.
So it's integrated, not just a soundbite.
Seems that way. It feels like a core commitment.
And who are the judges making these decisions? How are they picked?
The selection process focuses on relevant experience, especially, within the pageant industry.
Makes sense.
And they've had judges from various places, Bulgaria, Oceania, the Middle East, bringing different cultural perspectives, which seems important for a global competition.
So if a woman decides to enter Mrs. Universe Asia USA, what's the overall experience like for her beyond just the competition day?
It sounds like it's really geared towards personal growth. They run training workshops covering things like poise, public speaking.
Practical skills.
Yeah, etiquette, fashion styling.
Yeah.
Stuff designed to build confidence and maybe add some new tools to their toolkit.
Mm.
Plus, there's a big cultural exchange element. Women from different Asian American backgrounds coming together, sharing their heritage.
That must be quite powerful.
You'd think so. And then, of course, the community serving aspect we talked about, it's woven throughout.
Let's talk a bit more about that cultural side. Focusing specifically on Asian American women seems key.
Absolutely. It's positioned as a platform to really celebrate the diversity within that community, which is vast, obviously.
Hugely diverse.
And it was noted as a historic milestone, actually, that Shreya, being the first Asian Indian American national director,
Right.
crowned an Asian Filipino American successor, that kind of cross-cultural representation seems really intentional.
Highlighting that multicultural aspect.
Yeah, reflecting her goal of inclusivity, moving beyond just one narrow definition of beauty or identity.
So it's representation, but also empowerment within that specific cultural context.
Precisely.
Okay.
Giving these women a stage to show their talents, yes, but also their intelligence, their community work, fostering pride and visibility.
Okay, we've covered Shreya and the system structure. What about the winners? Who has held the title, and what have they done with it?
Well, obviously Shreya herself in 2022, the first one, then Mimi Tamer in 2023, and Roselle Yang in 2024.
Okay.
And they've all apparently used their platform to champion similar values, empowerment, social awareness. Sustainable fashion was mentioned too.
Interesting. Sustainable fashion.
Yeah. And a strong dedication to community work seems common across the board.
Any standout achievements?
Well, Roselle Yang, the 2024 winner, got a special award at the Global Mrs. Universe pageant in South Korea. She was named Mrs. Devoted Woman of the
Oh,
Universe.
wow, devoted woman.
That's a thing.
It really does speak to that commitment aspect, doesn't it? And it sounds like Shreya's very hands-on with them.
As a mentor.
Yes, providing mentorship, guidance, which likely plays a big part in how they shape their reign and the impact they make.
It sounds quite demanding, though. Is there any fun involved? It can't all be workshops and advocacy, can it?
Haha, no, it seems they balance it out. The sources mention things like a karaoke night,
Okay.
a salsa night,
Nice.
and a formal Queen's Bowl dinner. So, yeah, it definitely seems to be room for camaraderie and just enjoying the experience, too.
Karaoke and salsa. That probably helps build bonds in a different way than just the competition side.
You'd imagine so, yeah.
Mm.
Breaks the ice, lets people connect on a more personal level. So looking forward then. What's next for Mrs. Universe Asia USA? Where might it go in 2025 and beyond?
Well, based on its trajectory, you'd expect maybe an even stronger focus on social impact, perhaps encouraging title holders to deepen their charity work,
Makes sense.
maybe more use of digital platforms,
Yeah.
Expanding reach, engagement online.
Sure, that's common now.
And I'd imagine the core values, diversity, inclusion will remain central. Continuing to amplify women's voices on important issues seems key to the mission.
Okay, so if we tie this all together, it's really clear that Mrs. Universe Asia USA, especially with Shreyaa Sumi at the helm, it's trying to be something more than just, a typical pageant.
Definitely feels that way. It seems deeply rooted in these ideas of empowerment, of being inclusive, and really wanting to make a tangible difference, especially with that consistent focus on domestic violence awareness and support.
Yeah, that stands out. And it really is a platform celebrating the diversity, the beauty, the talent within the Asian American community, while also pushing personal growth and community involvement.
Right. And Shreya's vision, it doesn't seem to stop at the crowning moment. It's about building that supportive network, that collaboration she talked about, and really empowering these women to use their voice for positive change after the pageant. It makes you think, how can other platforms, even ones that seem focused on aesthetics, maybe foster similar environments?
Yeah, that's a great point. It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How can platforms, even those maybe perceived as superficial, become these potent vehicles for social good, for personal development?
Exactly.
Maybe the true crown, the real success, isn't just about the win itself, but about the positive ripples someone creates afterwards.
That's a really interesting thought to end on. And for listeners who want to follow up, the pageant website is www.mrsuniversityusa.com.
Okay, good to know.
You can also find Shreyaa Sumi and the title holders on Instagram. Her handle is shreya.sumi.official.
Right.
And if the cause resonates, you can look up Laura's House, the domestic violence advocacy center they partner with, to learn more about their work.
It straight, but the path I chose led me to this twisted state. Every step I take, the shadows start to sway. I'm lost inside the maze, can't seem to find my way. Caught up in the spiral, spinning round and round. Every turn I make, I'm falling to the ground. A tangled web of thoughts, I can't seem to unwind. This twisted world I'm in is messing with my mind. Twisted like the vines that grow around my heart, tearing me apart, leaving every scar. I'm twisted in the night, wrapped up in the dark, trying to break free, but I don't know where to start. Twisted, ooh, I'm twisted. The mirror shows a face I barely recognize, a stranger looking back with haunted hollow eyes. The truth is twisted up, I can't tell what is real. Lost inside a dream that I can't help but feel. Caught up in the spiral, spinning round and round. Every turn I make, I'm falling to the ground. A tangled web of thoughts, I can't seem to unwind. This twisted world I'm in is messing with my mind. Twisted like the vines that grow around my heart, tearing me apart, leaving every scar. I'm twisted in the night, wrapped up in the dark, trying to break free, tangled in this fate, but somewhere in the madness I'll find my way to break. Like the vines that grow around my heart, tearing me apart, leaving every scar. I'm twisted in the night, wrapped up in the dark, trying to break free, but I don't know